Welcome, everybody, to the Sales Unscripted podcast. Glad to have you. My name is Bryan Neal.
And I'm Margaret Henney.
Here every week for your listening enjoyment. Glad you're here. Great 2023. You heard Margaret's great news that she got engaged over the breaks. That's fun. Wedding planning full effect. Studio still in the bunker. Here
Not bunker.
I'm sorry. See?
Not bunker.
They've been saying bunker. Damn it. See?
We just had, if you haven't listened to it, listen to the previous episode. We talked about that it's called a bunker. It's not called a bunker because we're on the top floor of their new office.
We are. Top floor. Got a great view out front. It's really, really great.
Which, by the way, we are right next to one of my favorite places in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Fat Dan's.
You like Fat Dan's?
I'm a big Fat Dan's wing girl.
Me too.
The wings.
That's very rare because people don't like them. I don't. So I get crap for this. The wings are so good because they're smoked and grilled.
Exactly.
They're not fried.
No, they're amazing.
They're so good.
Yeah.
That's what I get there.
Me
so
too.
Good.
Every time.
That's what I get. That's great. They also have a rosé beer that I love.
Oh.
And I don't drink a ton of beer.
Yeah.
But this rose really light, kind of bubbly. It's almost like.
Wait, what's it called? Do you remember?
Oh, you had to ask me that.
Is it called Bubble?
It's called Bubbles.
It's
called Bubble. Is it called Bubbles?
Who's it by? Oh,
I don't remember.
Okay,
Ryan
we'll
Geist.
have to get
I think it's Ryan.
It's Ryan Geist. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's yummy.
Ryan Geist. It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in the spring. So glad you're here. We're hitting the chat room again.
Yes.
I think we're going to do that topic-wise here in a second.
Here we go.
I have a question for you.
Oh, what? Yeah.
It's personal.
Okay.
You ready?
No, don't ask me anything personal.
Well,
we don't talk about personal things here.
Do you ever we just kind of do this? You kind of silent burp.
Oh.
It smells.
Yeah.
Did you silent burp the last session we were recording?
I did?
I think you did. What'd you have for lunch? I'll tell you.
What?
I think you did.
Hang on. What did I have?
Because then I did it, and I'm
I think I had like a walking taco.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I am so sorry. Is that true?
I was going to call him like, fuck, I didn't have a walking.
Do you have any gum or mints?
It doesn't smell. It's not breath. No, it's not. But when you burp, the shit comes up and it smells the room up. It's not horrible.
It smells the room up.
No, but it's just a quick. Yeah, everybody does.
No,
when you eat stuff like that and you do silent burps, we all do this. Everybody does this. Silent burp.
God,
just
this
fine.
is the one thing
because
that I
then
had
I
that
did
people
it
can't
then, and I had bacon, and I'm like, oh, it smells like bacon. You know what I mean? Because it does. It's kind of gross, but it's true. It's bodily function. No big deal. It happens, right?
Also, I keep doing like this with my water bottle because I'm drinking it, and it's like popping in the microphone. So I just realized that. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. That's really annoying.
So you had walking taco?
I had walking taco.
Where is that? What is it? What is?
So, okay. Have you heard
of?
Now, what? Are you from the Midwest?
Well, yeah, I know what a walking taco is, but it's not Little League season. I mean, what do you like? Do you want a Broad Ripple Haverford Little League down the street here? It's like, yeah, can I have a Chico stick? And Skittles and
how much Laffy Taffy can I get for this?
I know they sell that now as a thing.
Yeah, okay.
In the grocery store.
Herculean meals
are
these.
Oh yeah.
They're also Indianapolis. Shout out to them. They're indie based and they are like pre-packaged meals.
Yes.
And they're all about like high protein, low calorie, low fat.
Yes.
It's perfect for me. Like I think sometimes for like big guys, it might be like, ooh, this isn't enough food. It's perfect for me. And they tell me all my macros.
Yeah,
because you know how like when we talked about setting goals, your girl is on fire.
Are you really?
I'm on
health girl?
Fire,
way
man.
To go.
So
you dry January?
Not that. But
we are. I am.
Not that on fire.
And we're Whole 30.
But
good for you.
Good for you. That's
good.
Really good. But working out again.
Gotta get ready for the wedding dress.
Exactly. I got that wedding
This all
diet
started
going
because
on.
I made you go to Pilates.
I mean,
Facts.
honestly,
like you literally were kind of off the grid. Weren't
I was
you?
completely
exercise and you went to Pilates.
Oh yeah,
First domino. See?
First domino, exactly, and that's what I needed. I just needed that little push.
And look at this.
And I'm
now
already
you're
on
good
my
for
way.
You. Doesn't
so
it feel good?
I knew you would love that. So.
Well, and the other thing I hate about dry January is how good you feel.
Oh, you
know what
I
mean?
know, because then you're like,
up, your energy's up, like,
I should be doing this all the time.
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah,
but
the wine's really good though, isn't it?
That's so good. Eventually, I'll get back to it.
I know it's really great. So, we got. Yeah.
All right, so my burp smell. Moving on. God bless the call out.
It's okay. I just wanted to ask to make sure because I knew it wasn't what I had for lunch.
So you just want to make sure it wasn't you.
No, I knew it wasn't me because then I did it later and it was bacon. It just wasn't as strong.
Right. Moving on. Okay. So for our last episode, we did this. And I want you guys, if you haven't done it already, make sure you're following Blind Zebra because we are taking requests.
Yeah.
We always take requests, but we like put out like a call for topics.
Yeah.
And we got some really, really good ones.
We did.
And your beautiful wife, Steph Neal. had a great one.
Love her. She's smart. I love it too because she's putting
lady.
our own shit in the chat so we can fix it because this is our real stuff. She put in here.
I love it. That's anytime I bring a topic to you, like it's always the shit I'm dealing with at co-video. So.
Totally, as it should be.
So Steph says, we obsess over running and teaching efficient and effective sales processes.
Yes, we do.
In the spirit of that, I'd like to hear you two discuss how to cut down the days to decision/close metric, which is a great question.
Did you just say slash? Like an Indiana person?
Slash.
Yeah,
I did.
Slash.
Shut up.
I totally unrelated because I know we're unscripted. I was at a speaking gig last week. The escalator wasn't working. Mm-hmm. Is it me, or when you walk up an escalator, is it harder than walking upstairs?
I was literally just going to say that. You're working so hard.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because the steps are higher, or it's mental? I think it's mental.
Your brain is kind of
You're like, this is bullshit, man. This thing should be going. It is, right?
It's so slow. It is the worst. Have you also ever gotten on an escalator where you're supposed to be going down, and even though you see that the steps aren't moving, you for a second you stop.
Right.
And like you're expecting to move, and then you're like, shit, I gotta walk down these.
The down escalator is the world's laziest contraption. Why do we need a down escalator? We burn negative calories going downstairs. It's just gravity pulling us down. But we think, just to be safe and just to match the other side, we're going to put this escalator down so people just stand there and burn double negative calories while we softly lower them to the lower floor.
Listen, I am telling you what, though. Funny. I had to catch some planes because I was like, you know how just like flights are a shit storm right now. Like I have no good things to say about airlines or flights or anything. Yes. Don't get me started. But anyway, so I was coming back on this flight. Everyone on this plane had a connection and everyone was like, what the hell's going on? Yep. Right. So you get out, we're in Houston. People are running like they are in sprinting. Yeah. And luckily, I was like, I was like, I'm out of shape, dude. And other people, I had to check my luggage, which I normally don't do, but it was great because all I had was my backpack on. Yeah. And there's other people who are like with their big piece of luggage trying to go up, and I'm over here hoofing it up the stairs. Right. Like, and I freaking made it. I made it with like no time to spare, but I sprinted through Houston.
Sweat.
Oh my God, sweating.
Worst,
oh my God, it was so bad.
You made it.
Man, I felt so vindicated. I was like, I'm not going to make them happy and miss this flight. There's no way I'm missing this flight.
The airlines aren't really that bad right now. Sorry. They're not. I fly Delta everywhere. Delta's really, really good.
You fly first class, you little bitch.
I do fly first class.
You get out of here. I'm taking zero comments from you.
I just like casually get off the plane, second off the plane, just walk up the stairs.
No big deal. Where's my champagne?
Go into the airport lounge.
God bless.
Free champ.
All right.
You're in 33D. You're in the middle row in 33 middle seat.
I'm like fighting in the back for the bathroom.
I just can't do that. I just won't do that anymore. I'm sorry. God. Spoiled. All right. Topic. Sorry.
Crap. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're back on. Okay. So reducing
sales cycle.
Thank you very much.
You want to go? Me go?
I will go. I'll go.
I love it. Please.
Okay.
I love it.
One of the things that you can do early is get in. I'm going to try really hard not to say decision makers. All of the people that are a part of the decision-making process.
Bravo.
Get them involved ASAP, right? And I know that we know this, but sometimes also our sales brains like turn off. Yep. You know what I mean, right? Especially actually if you've got a great champion. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll be like, man, this person's making me feel good. Everything's flowing. Yep. I don't want to involve anybody else. So let's just go as far as we can go together. But listen, I'm here to tell you, there are going to be other people that are going to be involved with the decision-making process. Yes, it's probably going to make it harder, but the sooner you get there, the better it is for literally everybody. So Gong
just put some multi-threading. They call it multi-threading, and it's kind of a buzzy word. Mm-hmm. Just put some stats out about close rates and multi-threading and how high they go up. And I don't remember the exact stat.
Explain what you mean by multi-threading, not just for the people.
Multi-threading just means what Margaret is saying. It's just the word we call it. Mm-hmm. When there are multiple people involved in a decision process, which there always are.
Yes.
How do you thread them all through the process together? So if I'm selling to co-video and I've got to talk to you and I've got to talk to Elizabeth and I've got to talk to Jason, everybody's got a perspective to share.
Yep.
How do I navigate through and get all those people involved as early as you can, just like Margaret's saying.
Yeah.
And as efficiently as we can, so we can get their perspectives, figure out if we got a deal, and carry on.
Yeah.
It's really great. Multi-threading.
And by the way, I'm not saying that you're going to get all of these people together on the very first call or conversation. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up or your champion up being like, we really need the CEO on this first combo. You know what I mean? Like, you know, give it a little bit of time, and then. But I would say by that depends what you're selling, right? But like second, third conversation, like we got to get everybody involved here. So
and to that end, so I'm going to give you a little. This is scary for people. People get really kind of I don't know about this. Don't ask if they can be involved. Tell them they have to be involved.
Right.
So instead of saying, would it be okay if we got the VP of marketing and sales involved? You say, okay, so next call, we're going to need to get Elizabeth enrolled in this process with us, because I know she's going to have some perspectives, on the strategy side, and I want to hear from her. So I can handle the logistics that you can. You just let me know.
Yep.
You say what's going to happen in the process. Don't ask, well, what do you think? Could you get Elizabeth involved? And then you would go, I'll talk to Elizabeth. Yeah, we have a one-to-one every week, so I'll take this to her. We'll talk about it, and you and I can talk the next week.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
You
Agreed.
Now, you might get pushback, but you got to go there.
Yep.
Go there. Here's something that came out of a coaching session this week, actually, and involves you and your company.
Oh, great.
Not you personally.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Margaret
Not
gets
you.
all excited. Like, you got to talk about me?
What?
No way. You mean the fiance in the room? Yes, one of the two of us is a fiance. Is fiance French? It's got to be.
It's
right?
gotta be. It's gotta be French.
And is it what do you call it? I'm scared to talk these days about these things.
What?
Is it like gender neutral?
It is. I believe it's
Is
gender
it?
neutral.
So
Fiance.
it's just fiance is fiance. It doesn't matter.
No matter what. Which is funny. That's one of the few words, right? Because then there's like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife.
That's what I mean. It's
even
but fiance is
widow,
the same.
widower.
Yeah.
Like,
No, seriously. Like
why?
every couple-y thing has a very different.
That's so
word
French
to
of
it,
them.
isn't it? Though
I love it.
I'm going to control everything here. Now this is very tactical. You can leverage co-video or the video app of your choice to help you in this. So you can use video. So if I were selling to Margaret, by the way, Elizabeth is the what's her title now? Is it VP?
She's the VP of Sales and Marketing.
Sales and Marketing. And I'm selling some marketing software to Margaret. Margaret's my contact, my champion. She loves it.
Yep.
I can say as a backup, if I can't meet with Elizabeth or I get real strong arm from Margaret, I can say, well, tell you what, I did a video to Elizabeth that Margaret can then go share.
Yeah.
Here's how I piled on that idea though. So one of our clients came up with that idea. I piled on. I said, let's do a video together.
Ooh, that's even
Me and
better.
you. Because I'm selling to Margaret. She's a champion. We're talking about some MarTech stuff. Now, Margaret and I are going to do a video for Elizabeth.
Ooh, I like
fire,
that.
isn't it
If you
fire?
guys are in person and you can make that happen.
Do that. Or remote.
Yeah.
Do it on Zoom.
Oh, do a quick Zoom.
Fuck yes.
That's a really good call.
So like, hey, Elizabeth so we want
This
to
is what
come
we were
just talk to you.
talking
Here's what we're
about.
talking about. Here's what we need your perspective on. 3 questions.
Yep.
I know you and Margaret got a one-on-one. So 3 things I'd love perspective-wise. I know we weren't able to hook up live.
Yep.
1 is da-da-da. 2 is this. 3 is this. Feel free. You can do a video back if you want. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to give the info to Margaret, she and I can catch up. We got a clear future date set next Tuesday.
I love that
fun?
you just said that. I call that my Trojan horse.
Oh.
Trojan horse approach. So like if I am trying to get other people who are part of the decision-making process, like
Yes.
not only am I trying to, start that conversation, I want to build trust and rapport with
Yes.
them.
Yes.
And I'll tell my champion usually, if we can't do a video together, which I really like, I'm going to try that next time.
Yes.
I'll be like, hey, I don't want you to have to remember everything we talked about. You're taking notes. Cool. Like, don't worry about it. I'm going to do a recap of what we talked about, what you liked, what you don't like, what your questions are, what our next steps are. It's like, I would love to send that to you and the folks that are going to be on our next meeting.
Yep.
Send me those email addresses.
Yep.
I'm going to address it to them and then give them a recap. And they're like, they're
Totally.
already like on the
Totally.
same page as us.
Yes. And personalize this with things that you know about them. So I say something like, hey, Elizabeth, we've not met yet, but I've been working with Margaret. She's awesome. Brag on if it's genuine, right? And, she also told me that you just had baby number 2, so I hope that's going good. Congrats on that. Just something that makes it's real. It's just for her. And then say the things I want to say, just like she's in the room.
Yeah.
Not overproduced. Like, we're really looking forward to partnering
Genuine.
with our full platform, robust, enterprise-wide
Robust.
system. Gosh.
You've told me before how much you hate the word robust, and now it makes me laugh so much.
What did we use it for before software? Now
Wine.
it's like wine. It's very robust. It is,
So
isn't
robust.
It? Yes,
it's a very robust
chewy.
red.
Yes, very robust. Very fruit forward.
Black cherries.
I'm getting hints of cranberry and forest floor. It's like, what are we doing? It's true, isn't it? Why does wine have to taste like everything else? Why can't wine just taste like wine? It makes no sense. What? It's not like I'm eating a tangerine. Like, I'm getting some Pinot and some Syrah coming through, and I'm eating my tangerine. It's a fucking tangerine. It's red wine. It tastes like red wine. Why does it have to taste like tobacco? If I want to taste like tobacco, I would dip or smoke a cigarette.
Sometimes
right?
I love being such a loser, though, and being like, ooh, I'm getting really great.
No, it's fun. No, I do it.
Hints
Right.
of moss.
But you do that. But
Totally.
why do we do that with wine?
I
Why do we
don't
do it with
know.
anything else? Like if I smell milk, I'm like,
If it smells like anything but milk, you better throw it out.
Exactly. It's just so funny how we do things. This is like measuring hail. How did we measure hail before we had golf balls and dimes and nickels and shit like that, right? Hail is always measured by something else. How can hail just be, there's some really big ass hail coming down
You've been really
there.
thinking about this.
Well, they're just little pet peeves.
Okay.
You get older, you'll see. You get pet peeves, just things like, why do we do this? Like there's one, I said this on my other podcast. And someone said this on LinkedIn. We'll say like we will not discriminate in race, creed, religion,
right?
Blah blah blah. What is creed?
Oh my God!
You said it your whole life, haven't you? Nobody knows what it is.
I don't.
I heard someone say it the other day. I'm like, you know what? I don't even know what creed is. So I had to look it up. No one knows what it is.
What is it?
It's actually like a Christian belief. It's either a Christian belief or religious belief. It's actually the same as religion.
Like the
but
Apostles'
it's interesting.
Creed.
There you go. You see that?
Oh, see,
So
that's in the
deal.
back of my head somewhere.
Right.
Okay.
So think about things that you say you have no idea what they mean, but you say them anyways, just like that.
What was it I said earlier
Funny,
today?
isn't it?
Oh! I said towhead for a kid that's really, really blonde. You ever heard that before?
I think, is that okay to say? Probably not. Is that inappropriate? Did you
No,
look
it's
it up?
like toe. Well,
Where's it
I
come
thought
from?
I thought it was toe.
Like your
T-O-E. I don't know
it's
why.
T-O-W?
Towhead. T-O-W. I think toe is like maybe a kind of like grain or something that's like
is
really
it?
like
See, you did not.
like light colored or whatever. And I totally spelled out towhead and then immediately was like,
I was going to
Towhead.
start another podcast called Just Saying, and it was the etymology of sayings.
oh, I love that.
Isn't that great? Like the whole 9 yards. You know what the whole 9 yards is? We gave them the whole 9 yards. You heard that saying before?
Yeah, but it doesn't have something to do with football?
No, nothing to do with football. Has to do with World War II when they shot these big, huge, like double hit cannons. The length of the bullet trail, they put them in and it goes was 9 yards long. And they'd shoot it until it was empty. You gave them the whole 9 yards. Didn't know that, did you? Isn't that crazy? There's
I don't
all
know why I
sorts
totally
of fun.
thought that had to do with football.
Everybody does. Everybody thinks 9, but
they're
football's
10
10 yards,
yards.
right? It doesn't matter. It's so
Shows you what I know.
Anyway, so anything else on shrink? So shrinking sales cycle. So
Crap.
definitely
We're all over the place.
multi-thread. It's unscripted is what we do, right? And then the other thing I would have you think about here, and we're experimenting with this. Dictate the terms of the process in extreme detail. Here's what I mean. First call we're talking through, we get to a section towards the middle endish of the first call discovery. There's when we both decide that this feels good, we're going to talk again.
Okay.
So right away say we're super hyper efficient about our process around here. So let me explain it to you in great detail. Okay. There are 3 more steps. Now, not necessarily means 3 more steps. Typically, those 3 steps can be done in 4 or fewer 30-minute Zoom calls. I love this. If I look at my calendar now, that usually takes approximately 3 business weeks, and today is January the 19th. And so if I look at calendar right, and we do this efficiently, we should be able to say yay or nay by February 17th. So I'm going to pencil that in as our go, no go.
Oh my God.
You just say it.
I love
just
it.
like that.
There's love a process.
Four steps. Each step is 30 minutes or fewer. Step 2 may take 2 calls because there's some nuances to it, but no more than 5. And we will be done with that within 3 business weeks, which from today, that would put us at February 17th.
I also, great.
Hyper tight.
I
right?
love back on like a callback to a go, no go. I freaking love a go, no go.
Just go all the way down and do it early. Just say early.
Yeah.
And your buy out there is efficiency of process. You just want to be efficient,
And
you dictate the terms.
You've said this before, where no one is going to be like, "Oh my gosh, I really hate efficiency."
I do. I love
just like
complication
waffling
and vagueness.
Let's make it harder.
Ambiguity is one of my favorite feelings.
Right?
When I have things hanging over my head that are undone, I love that.
See,
nobody says that
because they will appreciate this too, right? Because they'll be like,
100%.
"Oh, damn, you got your stuff together.
Yes,
you know
yes,
exactly
and
what
yes.
it takes.
Yes.
This is what we're going to be doing. You're laying it out. You're driving the process, which
That's
feels great, rather than be like, what feels good to you? Like, it's not therapy, guys.
No.
Do that in therapy. That's great. But it's also not saying this is when we're definitely going to go. This is when you're going to make a decision. We're going to make a decision. We're going to make this decision together, right? And that still gives them that ownership over that.
Yes.
Right? And so everyone's like, hey, I'm still in control. I still am a part of this, which they absolutely should be. So I don't see any reason why someone wouldn't feel good about that.
No.
I like have butterflies being like, oh my God, tell me what the
do
process is. I
That's
love it.
It's just as easy. And then it's also an indicator if they don't want to, that they don't, that by their indication of like, yeah, well, thanks for saying that, but we're taking our time on this decision and we're really going to vet through some other candidates. And I'm like, that's cool. This is how we roll. So, and now that gets discounted is the point. I can stay involved in the process, but if I'm looking at my forecast, that one's going to be lower to the bottom.
Oh, exactly.
Right?
Then you're not spending all that time on it, right? Because that one's like pretty yellow.
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Okay. Ooh,
yes.
I like all of it.
So we just started to put tighter language into our process here at BZ, experimenting with it, getting some customer feedback stuff. Still some room to run there. We just started it 2 weeks ago. So we're experimenting with that, like literally down to the 4 steps, 4 30-minute meetings. Last one's a go, no go. That's a 3-week process. That puts us at January 17th.
Man, if you sit back and think about that too, that's also like for sales leaders, I just burped again. Unbelievable. Stop.
I'm getting notes of getting some cilantro and some red onion.
Oh, walking tacos. God bless it. All right. On the last podcast.
I knew you silent burped.
Go back.
Well, I talked about it. I didn't talk about it last podcast.
All right. What I was going to say.
You did it.
You'll
see my eyes water. Like, oh my God. How long was I out?
Foul. Oh my God. Listen, all right, let me finish this because we got to wrap this thing up. We've been talking.
Go.
Okay. I'm saying your sales team will also love and appreciate this. So not just your people will you get them there faster. They'll be like, I know exactly what this takes.
100%.
We're going to be doing this, this, and this. So there's like way more clarity for them. Probably even things you can build out in like your CRM or Salesforce, right? So as you're like setting out your future tasks, you're just like super clear. It's not just like a following up. Get out of here with your following up tasks.
Seriously.
It doesn't mean anything.
No.
So it's got to be on the calendar. We both know what we're talking about. Everyone's accepted. This is what we're going to be, chatting. This is the agenda.
That's it. Best approach. Efficient and clear, right?
Okay.
All right. So that's it. Go hit us up on LinkedIn. So follow
more ideas.
Margaret. Follow us. We're I can't say. Do you want to say? Now we can't say what we're working on yet. We're just got a bunch of stuff up.
We got something.
We got
to work on teasers, man. That's not
right. It's not very effective, is it?
That's part of our plan for 2023 is to work on our hooks.
Our hooks.
Oh God. All right. We'll see you guys next episode.
Goodbye.
Later.